Prynhawn da a chroeso I ddinas Cardiff ac I seremoni radio Prifysgol Cardiff. Good afternoon and welcome to the city of Cardiff and to the graduation ceremony of Cardiff University. I'm Dr. Chris Turner, and it's with great pleasure that as University Director, I welcome you all to today's graduation ceremony. We are here to celebrate our students' achievements, and I am particularly pleased to welcome parents, family and friends to join in this celebration. I'm joined here on stage by the President, the Vice-Chancellor, academic staff and the Students' Union representative. The President, Lord Kinnock, will formally open proceedings, and the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. David Grant, will receive students to their award. To my right is Professor David Skilton, the University's orator, and later he will introduce our Honorary Fellow. Honorary Fellowships are awarded at our graduation ceremonies to those who have achieved international distinction in their field. And today we're honoured to welcome Mrs. Edna Ismail. Students, today marks a marvellous milestone in your life, as it does in the lives of those who have supported you over the last few years. And it's good to see that so many of them are here today. I'm sure it will enhance your understanding and enjoyment of the day if we spend a few moments going through the procedures for the ceremony. For those of you receiving an award today, perhaps you thought that passing your exams was the biggest challenge in gaining your degree, but an even bigger challenge faces you today. You have still to cross this stage and shake hands with the correct person. Try not to seek your award from anyone other than the Vice-Chancellor. Now, the order of proceedings is included in the programme along with the words used for the various stages of the ceremony under the relevant heading. A presenter will read out the names of the students being received to the same award. When each name is called, the student will ascend the stage, walk towards the Vice-Chancellor and shake his hand. Now, whilst past experience has shown this to be a little more challenging than it sounds, your approach to the stage and your return to your seat will be carefully guided by our specially trained marshals. So don't worry, once the ceremony is underway, it really is a case of follow the leader. Now, when you leave the stage, you will stand with your group facing the stage, and the Vice-Chancellor will formally receive you to your awards. You will doff in reply, and you will then be reseated by the marshals. When all awards have been received, students will be asked to stand to receive the university's greetings, and I will ask all those who have received an undergraduate diploma or degree in any aspect of healthcare to stand for the recital of the medical oath. Also, and importantly, can I invite you to clap only after the Vice-Chancellor has admitted each group of graduates to their awards, and not as each one crosses the stage. This will ensure that your hands are still in reasonable working order by the end of the ceremony. Finally, can I also ask that you check and ensure that your mobile phone is switched off, please. We will be providing some musical entertainment later in the ceremony, and I can assure you it'll be better than anything your combined ringtones can produce. Enjoy the ceremony.
Prynhawn da. Good afternoon. As President of this university, it's my great pleasure to add to the welcome already extended by Dr. Turner, the Director, to this graduation congregation. And I offer particularly warm greetings to parents and partners and others whose love and support has made a major contribution to the success that we're celebrating today. To those who are graduating, I offer my personal congratulations. I rejoice at your success, and you can be confident that the qualification that you've earned in Cardiff University will be respected, not just in the United Kingdom, but right across the planet. That reputation for excellence in teaching and in research has been won over the 125 years that this university has now been in existence. And to maintain that worldwide distinction, the university continues with its commitment to advances in learning, with investment that is now running at over £1 million a week. And it's spread across high technology, student accommodation, arts and humanities, and innovative facilities in vision sciences, information technology, clinical body scanning, dentistry, child health, and many other disciplines of the university and its schools. And developments like that also reinforce Cardiff's standing as one of Britain's leading research-led universities. We are officially recognised to be in the top 7 of the 106 institutions in the United Kingdom measured in terms of quality of research. And in recent years, we've seen a huge rise in the awards secured as research funding by the staff of this university. This year, Cardiff attracted new research funds that exceeded £110 million for the first time ever. And the awards were won across a great spectrum of departments and activities, from engineering to history, from medicine to law, city planning, philosophy, maths, theology, the list goes on. And it's performance like that which also this year gained recognition for Cardiff for the first time as one of the top 100 universities in the whole world. This is a great year for that recognition to come, our 125th anniversary. And as we celebrate that 1¼ centuries, there's much more to acclaim, including the award of this year's Nobel Prize for Medicine to Professor Sir Martin Evans, the award of the Queen's Anniversary Prize to the Institute of Medical Genetics, the launch in Cardiff, in this university, of one of the world's most powerful supercomputers, the national and international prizes, awards, distinctions gained by our academic staff, and the sporting, cultural and academic achievements of so many of our students. And then, also worthy of acclaim, is the astounding success of our 2-year-old International Academy of Voice, one of whose marvellous young singers, Noel Hernandez, will be singing for you later in the ceremony. All of these and many other attainments give manifold proof of prowess, of advancing standards of opportunity, excellence and innovation, of Cardiff's commitment to nourishing the potential of those who earn places here from all countries and all cultures of the world, and who use their talents to fulfill themselves and to serve the interests of wider humanity. It's those achievements, of course, earned by the people graduating today, that give the greatest satisfaction to the staff of the university and everybody associated with it. And that's what we're celebrating today at this congregation. As you've heard from Dr. Turner, we are also making one of our honorary fellowship awards. And it's a huge honor for me today to be present when we make an award to Mrs. Etna Ismail, who is gaining recognition from this university for her remarkable international record as a nurse, as an educator, as a brilliant campaigner for health services and justice in developing countries, and as an absolutely immovable resistor against oppression. I thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoy the ceremony. Do it as robustly as you want to.
Roedd hysbys I holl aelodau'r brifysgol ac ar hyd a lled y byd fod cynulliad o Brifysgol Caerdydd yn cael ei gynnal heddiw ym Mhrifddinas Cymru. O dan awdurdod Siarter Brenhinol y Brifysgol, mae'r cynulliad hwn yn cyfarfod i dderbyn y myfyrwyr sydd yn rhinwedd eu hastudiaethau a'i hysgolheictod wedi harholi'n briodol yn unol astududau'r Brifysgol ac wedi cael yn deilwng o'r graddau. Wrth ddathlu llwyddiant y rhai sy'n graddio yn y cynulliad hwn, fe'i hatgoffwn o'u cyfrifoldeb i gyfrannu o werthoedd y Brifysgol hon. Nod iddynt hwy yw ceisio, drwy eu cyflawniadau, gwasanaethu lles pawb, ymdrechu sicrhau rhagoriaeth ym mhopeth ac yn boeni am ddyfodol ein byd. Gwrandewch yn awchus ar ddeithineb gan ei fod yn cynnig gobaith a gwirionedd ym mhob cenhedlaeth. Nerth gwlad ei gwybodaeth, a nation's strength is in its learning. Let it be known to all members of the university and throughout the world that today in the capital city of Wales, a congregation of Cardiff University is taking place. Under the authority of the university's Royal Charter, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by virtue of their studies and scholarship, have been appropriately examined according to the statutes of the university and found worthy of their degrees. We celebrate the successes of those who graduate in this congregation, and in doing so, remind them of their responsibilities to share in the values of the university. It is for them to seek, through their achievements, to serve the common good, to strive for excellence in all things, and care for the future of our world. Be attentive to wisdom, for it offers hope and truth in every generation.
I, Professor Elizabeth Treasure, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Dental Surgery. Isra Ashi. Sophie Bukowski. Andrea Beach. Owain Dafydd Bevan. Tanu Bart. Nicola Brown. Stephen Clairbolt. James Colcombe. Serena Mary Coombs. James Lewis Cope. Laura Michelle Cope. Christopher Craig Davis. Fionn Dewey. Lucy Fenton-Smith. Rhiannon Francis Fisher. Rachel Freeman. Karen George. Sarah Gwilym. And Rika Gupta.
Good afternoon. At this point in the ceremony, and at other equivalent times, it is a tradition of the university for the Vice-Chancellor to speak in Welsh to receive each group of graduates to their awards. The Welsh phrase I will use, when translated, means, "Through the authority conferred upon me by the university, I receive you to the award or degree which I will name, and to all the privileges of that degree. Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd baglor mewn llawfeddygaeth deintyddol ac I holl franiau radd hon. Congratulations.
Jessica Maria Hall. Rachel Hampton. Gemma Kimberly Hayes. Laura Catherine Herbert. Rhian Elizabeth Humphreys. Robert Isaac. Sarah Jane Jenkins. Victoria Jennings. Bethan Eleanor John. Catherine Lowry Jones. David Spenceley Jones. Samuel Thomas Jones. Adam David Lane. Sarah Marler. Iman Salah Mehdi. Nizar Ali Mani. Luca Moranzoni. Joelle Elizabeth Mort. Bharat Nagrani.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd baglor mewn llawfeddygaeth deintyddol ac I holl freniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Tudor Owen. Amelia Pedrick. Alexandra Maria Rozwadowska. Janine Shah. Kunal Shah. Martin Douglas Smith. Leanne Stedman. Rhian Louise Stokes. Nicola Danielle Sutton. Gareth Morgan Thomas. Lorna Jane Thomas. Amelia Thorne. Mark Truman. Madeleine Tullett. Laura Mary Wedge, Hannah Wynne Williams, Nicola Wright, Dharmini Yoganathan,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn llawfeddygaeth deintyddol ac I holl fyraniau rathon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Elizabeth Treasure, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. David Frederick Stone.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniau ac I holl fyraniau rathon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Elizabeth Treasure, introduce those who have received the Diploma of Higher Education. Sophie Isabel Bowen. Rebecca Deasy. Esther Morgan. Louise Ann Pellett. Claire Louise Wooldridge, Juliette Brouard, Diane Lynn Campbell, Helen Elsmore, Leslie Everett, Sarah Jane Homolka, Gemma Rosser, Charlotte Frances Staggs, Debbie Denise Tier, Naomi Rebecca Wilding.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I ddiploma addysg uwch. Congratulations.
I, Professor Sheila Hunt, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Midwifery. Sally Newad Alcado. Annika Broad. Sally Ann Deverson. Kate Fitzpatrick. Rachel Jane Lankham. Sarah Frances Mills. Victoria Bethan Owens. Rebecca Phillips. Susan Francine Rees. Nikki Louise Rees-Jones. Victoria Beth Williams.
Prwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd daglor man bydwreigiaeth ac I holl raniau rathon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Sheila Hunt, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Nursing in Adult Nursing. Carla Alexandra Ainscough. Nina Sarah Allen. Jacqueline Anderson. Nicola Emma Louise Andrews. Tag Andrews Jenkins. Kimberly Faye Atkins. Melanie Grace Barber. Helen Louise Bartlett. Lisa Kate Bateman. Nicola Bateman. Jessica Lorraine Benz. Stacey Danielle Bevan. Victoria Jane Biggs. Georgina Marie Bigmore. Amanda Jane Blackler. Alexandra Elizabeth Black. Sarah Elizabeth Bradshaw. Robin Victoria Brewer. Diane Claire Bridle. Judith Brown. Kirsty Louise Brown. Alison Hope Brownhill. Hannah Lynn Bush. Samantha Louise Butcher.
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd baglor mewn nesio ac I holl ffreniau rathon. Congratulations.
Alison Susan Butler. Cerys Sean Kuranda. Leon Joseph Chamberlain. Mi Mei Chan. Jenna Louise Chaplin. Claire Patricia Coleman. Richard Benjamin Cox. Sarah Louise Crosby. Alice Georgina Cubbin. Sarah Curtis. Victoria Louise Curtis. Rachel Dando. Bethany Davis. Caris Marie Davis. Gwyneth Davis. Lindsay Davis. Rowan Huff Davis. Tracy Michelle Davis. Robert Arthur Dixie. Kyla Jane Dowling. Sarah Jane Dowsall. David Ralph Dring. Helen Louise Duggan. Kirsten Naomi Dunn.
Trwy awdurdod a Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd baglor mewn nesio ac I holl ffreniau rathon. Congratulations.
Bronwyn Mary Violet Earls. Luke Ibrahim. Emma Louise Edwards. Sean Edwards. Amy Louise Evans. Anna Dominique Evans. Susan Patricia Faulkner. Maureen Forrester. Juliet Frawley. Catherine Maureen Froneman. Sarah Ellen Garrett. Carol Ann Gilmore. Bethan Gladwin. Katie Ann Goff. Sarah Louise Gray. Matthew Marcus Gregory. Sarah Louise Gregory. Jenny Marie Guy. Christopher Haslett. Joanne Hayward. Joelle Amy Heelan. Hannah Mary Hills. Alexandra Horlock. Jacqueline Horsey. Pamela Jane Horton. Chantal Rose Hosani.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd baglor mewn nasro ac I holl freiniau rahon. Congratulations.
Ruth Hosang. Sarah Louise Howard. Kelly Jo Howell. Sharon Christine Howell. Kate Ann Howells. Elfried James. Kelly Dowas James. Rachel Sarah Jarvis. Caroline Ruth Jenkins. Victoria Ann Jenkins. Katie Laura Johnson. Camille Jones. Carly Elizabeth Jones. Helen Louise Jones. Rhiannon Claire Jones. Stephen Raymond Jones. Sarah Louise Kelly. Louise Kennedy. Leanne Sarah Knapp. Julie Lage. Lynn Lewis. Tracy Marie Lewis. Jane Linton. Donna May Lodge. Jennifer Lowes.
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd aglor mewn nasio ac I holl ffreniau rahon. Congratulations.
Sarah Lucas. Katie Avis Lynch. Joseph Luke Manley. Helen Mapstone. Rhian Louise Marshall. Stephen Matthews. Deborah Jane May. Claire Leanne McCusker. Carol Ann MacDonald. Avril Antoinette McSweeney. Harriet Midwinter. Deborah Marie Mills. Emma Morgan. Rhian Elizabeth Morgan. Rebecca Louise Morris. Julie Ann Murray. Hiam Nasa. Deborah Ann Nesbitt. Sophie Emma Nichol. Catherine Wynne Osler. Sarah Lucy Owen. Kelly Palfrey. Rachel Lorraine Parr.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn nasional ag ei holl freiniau rachon. Congratulations.
Rachel Hannah Paxton. Larissa Claire Payne. Bethan Jane Payton. Lee Pedler. Claire Marie Pezak. Helen Prattlett. Helen Elizabeth Price. Kate Louisa Redford. Claire Amanda Reed. Charlotte Rose. Natalie Ryan. Marcia Faye Short. Anita Wendy Simpson. Gemma Louise Sims. Linda May Skeen. Lynette Louise Smart. Georgia Brenda Stevenson. Jill Sully. Julia Allison Sully Carlis. Jacqueline Ann Sweetingham. Rebecca Marie Thomas. Laura Thomason. Helen Margaret Tidwell. Anna Marie Trahan. Alexandra Jane Tucker.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddirchiedwyd I mi derbyneb chwi I radd baglor mewn nasol ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Elizabeth Rose Walker. Daniel Anthony Walsh. Catherine Debbie Watkins. Sean Ann Williams. Stephen John Worthing. Catherine Tara Wright. Sean Elizabeth Yates. And in child nursing, Sarah Leslie Amory. Hannah Louise Isles. Stacey Brown. Helen Elizabeth Burrows. Nicola Wendy Davis. Samantha Jane Didcote. Sean Mallory Edwards. Bronwyn Andrea Evans. Catherine Wynne Evans. Laura Gibbs. Lowry Green. Lucy Ann Jean Green. Helen Rhiannon Harries. Helen Ruth Hartery. Michelle Heath. Pei Ling Ho. Alicia James.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddirchiedwyd I mi derbyneb chwi I radd baglor man nasol ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Alistair Jensen. Laura Jane Jordan. Sarah Louise Keating. Rachel Caroline Morgan. Rebecca Kate Neat. Kerry Northam. Bethan Wynne O'Callaghan. Charlene Emma Parry. Kate Elizabeth Penny. Kerry Pritchard. Charlotte Sykes. Amy Jane Vine. Zoe Yvette Watson. Michelle Mary Watmore. Gillian Helen Willits. Kaylee Williams. Nia Wynne Williams. And in mental health nursing, Lindsay Ace. Gina Claire Aubrey. Corin Bradley. Jacqueline Gale Carter. Marie Louise Shannon. Natalie Jane Grant. Gemma Louise Holcomb. Julie Humphreys.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol yn ddirhiedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd daglor mewn nesio ag I holl freiniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Shibby Mole James. Anita Jeanette Lindsay. Timothy John Nichols. Carol Ann Owen. Rebecca Louise Simpson. Lucy Patricia Carmel Townsend. Simon Jason Wood.
Crwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn nasio ac I holl ffreiniau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Sheila Hunt, introduce those who've received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Claire Elizabeth Badger. Adele Bartlett. Maria Bassett. Gillian Bishop. Lisa Brock. Karen Collins. Patricia Delaney. Jennifer Margaret Dimesh. Emma Louise Dring. Emma Louise Eccleston. Anne-Marie Louise Goggin. Kathleen Good. Susan Menai Heffy. Denise Hockey. Rebecca Jenkins. Alison Elizabeth Jones. Christine Jones. Donna Ellery Jones. Gerard Jones.
Crwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniau ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Derek King. Victoria King. Rhian Kite. Rachel Jane Lavis. Alison Lewis. Catherine Joan MacLeod. Linda Meek. Catherine Morris. Gail Morris. Helen O'Leary. Leslie O'Shea. Marilyn Rees. Wendy Valerie Rees. Jane Ruth Reynolds. Catherine Sarah Riddler. Pamela Ruth Roper. Susan Rowe. Vincent Saunders. Andrea Claire Sullivan. Elaine Estelle Taylor.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I ni derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniau ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Sarah Thomas. Madeline Thornton. Delith June Townsend. Lisa Sean Waters. Karen Joanna Williams. Russell Williams. Samantha Jane Williams. And in Community Health Studies, Karen Elizabeth Challinor. Helen Sean Cook. Susan Elizabeth Fisher. Rose Marie Gregory. Anna Elizabeth Hilton. Tamara Mary Rose Knight. Debbie Linnard. Natalie Moon. Shirley Ann Nichols. Amanda Rees. Wendy Simmons. Claire Tranter.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I ni derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniau ac I holl fframiau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Sheila Hunt, introduce those who have received the graduate diploma. Alison Jones.
Rwy awdurdod y Brifysgol am ddirgedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I ddiploma graddedig. Congratulations.
I, Professor Sheila Hunt, introduce those who have received the Diploma of Higher Education in Healthcare. Deborah Abraham. Marion Elizabeth Breeze. Fiona Church. Roxanne Girard. Sue Johnson. Andrew Jones. Rosina Jones. Maria Oxenham. Julie Roach. Janet Rye. Amanda Woodburn Senior. And the Diploma in Higher Education Nursing, Jill Susan Adams. Suzanne Bishop. Gillian Ann Blackmore. Sarah Jane Brown. Shani Carter. Caroline Ann Cousins. Priyan Catherine Davis. Susan Day. Carol Dyke. Marie Farmer. Rebecca Kathleen Gill. Colleen Ann Hajiaji. Paula Sean Hughes.
Rwy awdurdod y Brifysgol am ddirgedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I ddiploma addysg uwch. Congratulations.
Samantha Lucy Johnson. Louise Jones. Rachel Michelle Lawler. Leanne Mallet. Dawn Louise Martin. Christopher Gareth Mayer. Sean Coraine McGrath. Joanne Miles. Stephanie Mary Needs. Anne Yvonne O'Callaghan. Garth Rowan Matthew Powell. Linda Jane Rawlins. Carly Shameen Ryan. Linda Jill Salter. Colin James Sanderson. Katie Jane Snook. Alex Maria Spiteri. Rhiannon Elizabeth Thomas. Deborah Mary Ward. Laura Rhian White. Denise Williams. Elaine Marie Williams. Louise Jane Williams. Patricia Ann Williams. Jean Woods.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I ddiploma addysgiwch. Congratulations.
I, Professor Tim West, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Alexandra Baker. Husseina Hakim Baji. Jessica Helen Borley. Susan Carolyn Breedy. Thomas James Bridgeford. Adnan Bukhari. Laura Jane Byrne. Anita Jagger. Alicia Leanne Charlton. Matthew John Collins. Kate Craig. Laura Elizabeth Crosby. Helen Frances Davies. Abby Desmond. Misha Doshi. Yazin El Hassan. Catherine Rebecca Entwistle. Martin Andrew Frost. Bethany Esther Frost. Corinne Fulcher. Colette Gaffney. Karen Deep Garcha. Darshini Dinesh Chandra Ganda. Lee Vaughan Colin Gilbert. And Hetal Gorasia.
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniau chwi I radd daglor mewn gwyddoniau ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Hervey Hasmut Gojrani. Robert Richard Greatback. Joanna Gulliver. Michael Andrew Hartigan. Rachel Joy Hiscott. Robert John Hopwood. Sir Un Ho. Shabina Hussain. Lisa Lynn James. Nesta Ellery Jenkins. Rachel Diana Kerr. Nishita Kirit Kakar. Sarah Lake. Caroline Jane Leopard. Joanna Charlotte Learman. Sin Chien Lim. Lindsay Clare MacDonald. Lara Janine Machin. Louise Charlotte McCann. Stephanie J. McConville. Rachel Joanne MacDonald. Amy Theodora McGowan. Tham Kin Nigan. Irene Njoki. Yetunde Obade.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiwrhiadwyd i mi derbaniad chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniau ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Rachel Osler. Chanda Patel. Gopi Patel. Leslie Patricia Phillips. Danielle Lisa Powell. Lewis Richards. Michael Richardson. David Grant Robinson. Krupa Jayesh Kumar Shah. Pooja Shah. Prayan Shah. Rakhi Shah. Rupal Shah. Sita Paresh Virchand Shah. Shazeb Mohammed. Lindsay Simons. Elizabeth Amy Simpson. Duncan Paul Stevens. Emma Alice Stokes. Hannah Stone. Christopher Ross Tanarella. Carly Crystal Tidy. Lainey Rose Van Putten. Deepa Devaraj Vicaria. Stephen Eric Wilding. Yi Ling Wong.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiwrhiadwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniau ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Ken Woodhouse, introduce those who have received the award of Postgraduate Diploma. Julia Marie Einen. Jane Rianne Gay. Kate Louise Perry. Kelly Louise Rees. Emily Ann Williams. Melanie Gaynor Williams.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I ddiploma olrybedig. Congratulations.
I, Professor Ken Woodhouse, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Science. Sharanjeet Dhaliwal. Claire Margaret Evans. Adrian Paul Harold. Nicola Harvey. Lisa Hertz. Robert Stephen Ledson. Dawn Roberts. Stella Namatovu. Harold Rishen. Regina Schmier. Joanna Claire Stokes. Chai-Pu Lee. Helen Louise Wicks. Judith Dufty. Joy James.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffraniau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Ken Woodhouse, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Dental Science. Sharon O'Flynn. Mofta Al-Sharif. Mariam El-Mokhtar. Ian Pierce O'Leary. Susanna Jane Stewart-Stanton.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth deintyddol ag I holl frenia radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Ken Woodhouse, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Philosophy. Francis Martin Moran. Lisa Ann Franklin.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd athro mewn y throniaeth ac I holl frenia radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Ken Woodhouse, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Ian Brennan. Rachel Louise Clark. Rebecca Sian Howell-Jones. Janine Landrigan-Bakri. Panagiotis Papanikolaou. Jennifer Ann Comiskey. Jenny Claire Gatrell. Christina Stamatia Kama. Clark Alexander Maxwell. Bablin Nahar Molik. Gillian Michelle Smith. Debbie Wiggins. Yadan Shang.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd doethyr mewn y throniaeth ac I holl frenia radd hon. Congratulations.
now come to an important and indeed a solemn part of the ceremony. That is the recital of the medical oath. Can I ask all of those of you who have received an initial diploma or degree in any aspect of healthcare to stand? And can I also ask the platform party to stand? Now, the oath reader will declare the oath first in Welsh and then in English, and then ask you to agree with the oath with the words, "I do."
Yr wyf yn addo mai fy mwenoriaeth gyntaf fydd gofalu am fy nghleifion. Byddaf yn ystyriol wrth fy holl gleifion ac fe ymdrechaf i gyfarthrebu yn effeithiol â hwy. Byddaf yn parchu urddas ac annibyniaeth fy nghleifion ac yn parchu eu hawl i ymwneud yn llawn ar penderfyniadau ynglŷn â'i gofal. Byddaf bob amser yn onest ac yn ddibynadwy, a byddaf yn parchu ac yn diogelu gwybodaeth gyfrinachol. Ni fydd fy nawiadau personol yn ymharu dim ar y gofal a roddaf fi'n cleifion. Gan gydnabod bod fy nghymhwysedd yn gyfyngedig, byddaf bob amser yn diweddaru fy wybodaeth am sgiliau proffesiynol. Os credaf nad dwi fi neu gydweithiwr yn addas i ymarfer, fe weithredaf yn gyflym i ddiogelu cleifion rhag risg. Ni fyddaf yn camddefnyddio fy sefyllfa broffesiynol ac fe weithiaf gyda chydweithwyr yn y ffyrdd gorau lles y cleifion. Ni fyddaf byth yn gwahaniaethu'n anheg yn erbyn fy nghleifion na'n cydweithwyr, a byddaf bob amser yn barod i gyfiawnhau fy ngweithredoedd wrthynt. Rhoddaf yr addewid hwn ar fy llw o wirfodd ac o ddifrif calon. I promise that I will make the care of my patients my first concern. I will be considerate to all my patients and will strive to communicate effectively with them. I will respect my patients' dignity and autonomy and their right to be fully involved in decisions about their care. At all times, I will be honest and trustworthy, respecting and protecting confidential information. My personal beliefs will not prejudice my care of patients. Recognising the limits of my competence, I will keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date. If I believe that I or a colleague may not be fit to practice, I will act quickly to protect patients from risk. I will not abuse my professional position and will work with colleagues in the ways that best serve patients. I will never discriminate unfairly against patients or colleagues, and I will always be prepared to justify my actions to them. I make this promise solemnly, freely, and upon my honour.
I do. Can I now invite all of you who have received your awards this afternoon to stand so that you can receive the greetings of the President and the representative of the Students' Union.
Bod eich gofal yn wastad dros lwydd ac yn rhydydd ein prifysgol a'r lles ein byd. May your care ever be for the good name and success of our university and the well-being of our world.
You are now members of the distinguished alumni of this university. May your association with the university be cherished and be constant throughout your life. And may your care ever be for the fellowship of our university and the welfare of all people.
Before you sit down, I'm sure that all you very proud graduates would like to join in a long-standing tradition at Cardiff at these ceremonies, and that is to pay a special tribute to your families and friends, and indeed to the academic staff who have supported you over many years and who have helped you reach this important point in your career today. Can I therefore invite you to turn around, to greet your family and friends, and to say a special and public thank you to them by giving them an enthusiastic round of applause. Please be seated.
Vice-Chancellor, it would be a rash person indeed who claimed to understand the politics and recent history of the Horn of Africa, given that much of the story of the life and achievements of Mrs. Edna Ismail takes place in this most turbulent region. The plain tale I shall tell will only hint at the true complexities and dangers of her career. Mrs. Edna Adan Ismail has a national and international leadership role in improving healthcare in Africa and the Eastern Mediterranean. In 1961, following a period of study in the United Kingdom, she returned home to Somalia as the first qualified nurse and midwife in the country. She became sister in charge of Hargeisa Group Hospital, establishing training courses for nurses and midwives there. She then became senior national nurse midwife educator in Mogadishu for 2 years, before she was appointed by the World Health Organization to serve in Libya as a nurse educator. She returned to Somalia when her husband became Prime Minister of Somalia and she First Lady in 1967. Following the Marxist coup in 1969, her husband became a political prisoner and she was placed under house arrest for 6 months. Subsequently, under a new government in Somalia, she became a director in the Ministry of Health and Labour, the first woman to be promoted to such a senior position. In 1986, she returned to the World Health Organization and went on to undertake a number of roles, including representative to the Republic of Djibouti, the only woman to hold such a position during this period. She started the construction of the first maternity hospital in Mogadishu in 1986, but after civil war broke out in 1988, she and her family had to flee the country. On retiring from the World Health Organization in 1997, she started the construction of the second Edna Adan Hospital in Hargeisa, which she opened in 2002. Its establishment heralded the introduction of major educational programs which seek to increase healthcare capacity in the region through the training of student nurses, midwives, and laboratory technicians. Cardiff looks forward to lasting links in these areas. Mrs. Adan has held senior positions in the Somaliland government, including Minister of Family Welfare and Social Development 2002-3, and Minister of Foreign Affairs 2003-6, known as the only terrorist in the cabinet because the only woman. In addition, she held numerous posts within the World Health Organization and was decorated and made an honorary citizen of Djibouti after her retirement. Thus, she has dual citizenship of Djibouti and Somaliland. No mere theoretician or fundraiser, and not passive as a philanthropist, Mrs. Adan has often been seen to leave a high-level political meeting, roll up her sleeves and go straight into an obstetric ward to get down to work. She is indeed, sir, believed to be the only foreign minister anywhere ever to deliver triplets while in office. As we celebrate the energy, courage and vision of this remarkable woman by enrolling her as an honorary fellow, let us also remember the great dignity under adversity of many of our thousands of Somali-speaking fellow citizens in South Wales. Andrew Davis, Isgang Hesloch, Gaflwyna Viti, Edna Adan Ismail, fel Cymrawd Eran Rydydd, Prifysgol Caerdydd.
Rwy'r awdurdod a roddwyd I mi gan y cyngor derbaniad di, fel cymrawd Anffrada, Brifysgol Caerdydd.
President, Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great honour for me today, and I'm very humbled to be receiving this fellowship from Cardiff University School of Nursing. I am highly honoured as a woman, as an African, to be representing, at least for this moment, my great continent, Africa. I accept this honour on behalf of all the nurses and midwives everywhere in the world who work under very stressful, very difficult circumstances, and very often against many odds. I particularly wish to acknowledge the staff of my hospital, who at this very moment, while I'm enjoying your friendship, your welcome, and your hospitality, are running that hospital without me and doing a good job of it. I accept this fellowship with great humility on behalf of my late parents, who at a time when there were no schools for girls in my country, former British Somaliland Protectorate, allowed their only daughter at that time to learn to read and write. This was a time where there were no schools for girls in my country. At a time when education for a woman or a girl was considered undesirable. Not good for a girl to learn to read and write. So for Dr. Adam and his wife, my mother, to allow me to learn to read and write was a big hurdle and a great occasion for me that opened so many doors for me in the future. They allowed me to learn to read and write, which also enabled me to sit for an entry examination for a scholarship, which I was lucky enough to have won, and which allowed me to come to your great country, the United Kingdom, in 1954 as the only and first Somali girl to win such a scholarship. By 1961, I returned home and became the first nurse midwife in my country to run health services and a hospital in the capital city, Hargeisa. I was also required to teach when I had never been taught to teach those who knew less than I did. And very often, I was required to teach traditional birth attendants who could neither read nor write. Hence, no assignments for go and look it up in the library. My challenges also included fighting harmful traditional practices and home practices and home treatments. For instance, at the Lewisham Hospital, where I was trained as a midwife, and at the Hammersmith Hospital in London, where I received my first training in midwifery, I was taught to manage a case of eclampsia with sedation and in a quiet, darkened room. No noise, curtains drawn, whispering, in order not to stimulate that woman to go into convulsions. But instead, when I went home, I found the relatives of that woman who was eclamptic and who I was trying to save would be chanting and clapping above her in order to expel those evil spirits who they thought were causing her to convulse and to go into fits. I was not prepared for this, and I had to learn the hard way. Get to know the customs, the traditions of where I practiced, so that I could find ways of saving my patients from such harmful practices. And my most frightening experience, ladies and gentlemen, was transporting casualties from a battlefield on the back of a truck, an open truck, that was having mechanical problems at night, in the dark, and stuck somewhere with engine problem. And all around us were eyes that were shining in the dark, eyes of howling hyenas. Somehow they were warded off. Somehow the engine started, and I'm here to tell the tale today. I'm giving you these experiences not to frighten you from that new profession upon which you have embarked today, but to make you even more determined to seek excellence in your profession under whatever circumstances you are confronted with. Let me assure you that although I have held many positions in my life that has been very varied, from political prisoner to First Lady and anything in between, it is my nursing profession that has given me the most happiness and the most satisfaction. And my final words of encouragement are for the Somali youth in your country and anywhere in the diaspora today who have such great opportunities for learning and who are not taking any advantage of those opportunities. I would have so much loved to have seen Somali students graduating from this university today, or perhaps even more graduates from my great continent, Africa, among you today. But I hope this will be remedied in the future. And I would like to remind our youth that the countries they have come from expect so much more from them. I wish you all the very best in your future careers. I wish you well. I appreciate the support that you have had from your families who have allowed you to come this far. I thank Cardiff University for this honor for my country and for my people, and for having accepted me and welcomed me to this great institution of learning. I thank you for your friendship. I thank you for your support, and I thank you for your warm hospitality. Thank you very much.
I think it would be a good idea if all foreign ministers had to deliver triplets. Might not be a great idea for the triplets, but it's certainly very character-forming of foreign policy. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's my very great pleasure to introduce a current student from the Cardiff International Academy of Voice. He's a young Mexican, Senor Noel Hernandez, and he's going to sing Rossini's La Danza.
sabe que el amor no manquerá. Ya la luna en el mar, la se salterá. La luna en el mar sabe que el amor no manquerá. Un garzón del dueño cuando echas una toquerà, finché brilla una stella e la luna splenderà, il più bella tutta notte danzerà. Mamma mia, già la luna lascia mare, mamma mia, si salterà. Brinca, mamma mia, si salterà. Brinca, mamma mia, si salterà. Serra con la bionda, con la bruna bacana, con la rossa va seconda, con la smorta fermo sta. Il balballo a tondo sono un re, sono un baciò, e il più bel piacere del mondo, la più cara volontà. Mamma mia, gara l'ora mezzo mare. Mamma mia, si salterà. Brinca, mamma mia, si salterà. Brinca, mamma mia, si salterà.
I think that young man will go far when he gets over his shyness. He was accompanied, of course, by Miss Sharon Richards. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my duty to draw these proceedings to a close. Obviously, these degree congregations are amongst the most pleasurable in the university calendar, indeed, in life itself. It's a real joy for myself, for the Vice-Chancellor, for the members of the academic staff, to be here and watch the pleasure and indeed the relief that's etched on just about every face as the graduates go across this red carpet. It's a bit of a miracle in many ways, not least among the young women, especially those who have vertigo-inducing high heels. I do admire the gymnastics of that. And this afternoon, again, it's been a wonderful success. Not a single mortarboard has fallen off. So we're looking forward to great things. And I'm certain that those people who have got their qualification today will share that hope. To them, I say, I hope you take with you very happy memories of your time in Cardiff. I hope that you are confident that what you've learned here, the talents that you've developed here, will stand you in good stead throughout your lives and your career. And I hope, above all, that you are absolutely determined to realize your maximum potential, both for the sake of your own fulfillment and success, and in order to bring support and benefit to your fellow human beings everywhere. To us, of course, you will always be Cardiff people, Hiliogaeth Caerdydd, and I trust you'll be proud to carry that Cardiff identity and be ready to use the advantages of being part of our worldwide alumni network. I also this year make a special request. This, as you've already heard, and is plastered everywhere, we don't want anyone to forget it, this is the 125th anniversary year of Cardiff. And my request is that you and your families and friends make a contribution to the fund which we've established to provide 125 more scholarships and bursaries for future students in this university. We're not asking for huge donations, though if anybody wants to make one, we're not going to turn it away. But what we really want are contributions that will increase the opportunity of others to be able to study, to be able to succeed, to be able to enjoy a day like today. In the meantime, I wish each and every one of you good fortune, good health, and every success in the future. Llongyfarchiadau, iechyd da, a phob llwyddiant. Diolch yn fawr iawn.